Hey everyone, before we get in the video, I just wanted to say thank you guys for all the support on the videos and the streams and stuff lately. If you don't know, I stream every day on twitch.tv/godlypolo. I appreciate it. Everybody's been hanging out, been really chill. Videos have been doing really well, so just thank you guys for that. Also, before we get into this video though, I do want to say thank you to our sponsor, Mobilytics. If you don't know what Mobilytics is, you can see here. This video is brought to you by Mobilytics. Mobilytics is a really useful app that lets you see some really useful information in champion select, such as counters or builds and runes to take on certain champions if you're not sure what to take. Along with it gives you skills to focus on to help you improve in ranked and try to climb a little bit better and compares you to people around your own rank. So for example, you can see here it will focus on one skill. It'll give you a little bit more of a detailed description of what you should focus on, and it can really help you improve if you have no clue what direction to go with. Another really cool thing about the app is when you're in game, it also shows you jungle timers, and it lets you track summoner spells from the enemy team on a little UI here, and it's very convenient. If you want to improve at League, I highly recommend giving Mobilytics a try. It's very useful if you're not sure what to do, or if you're new to the game, or if you're just an experienced player who wants to benefit from jungle timers and things. Again, I really highly recommend checking it out. The link is in the description down below. Give it a go. You like literally don't need to kite camps. Like you can just sit here and face tank the entire camp like this without doing anything. It's so irrelevant now to kite camps for the most part. Like if you're lazy, obviously you should kite, but you don't need to. You can just face tank the whole thing and just do that. Anyways though, I need to keep some HP like to go for the quick level 3 and not just stand there in AFK, so that's fine. But like yeah, that's the point I'm saying, is like they made the jungle so easy right now with the in terms of kiting and stuff that you don't really need to do it at all if you're really lazy with it. It's almost impossible to actually die to the jungle unless you start the camp with like 5 HP. Did he take my blue? He did. He did take my blue. I love having the right runes on Kindred. I'm so strong and smart for taking the right runes. I'm gonna go die to a Kayn at level 2 because my runes are poopy. Where did he go?
An enemy has been slain. Double kill.
Please come, soul. Please don't be that guy.
Ally has been slain.
Really sad that he let him walk up close, but it's okay. Kayn still has flash, right? Yeah. That's unfortunate. I wish Soul would have moved like right away when I first pinged, but again, it's my teammate. They don't move whenever I ping. I'm a jungler, I know that. The enemy jungler will always move, or the enemy mid will always move first. Like literally the second you see Vex moving there, you should be moving as Soul. You should just be Wing towards me. But it's my team's mid laner, so they're not going to do anything in time. At least he got the kill on Vex, which I guess is something, but yeah. Okay, Kayn, everyone hates Kayn. The champion's abysmal. It shouldn't be a champion. The champion is one of the least fun champions to play against, and there's no fun value at all if he goes blue Kayn. It's a thing that shouldn't be in the game. Like, running through walls on a 5-second cooldown while getting healed, getting a speed boost, getting slow immunity, should not be a thing. But, welcome to Riot Games, where they don't care to make anything actually fair. It's okay, though. They're nerfing Kayn in, like, 2 days, so at least there's that. All of us people who hate Kayn and wish he actually was a skill-based champion can at least, like, be happy that he's getting a minor nerf.
Draws breath.
It meets us.
Enemy killing spree.
God damn, Olaf, what are you doing up there? And Darius is just running it.
Always there.
and small.
If he wants to go in, we can, but I don't think he wants to go in. Oh, never mind, he did. He went up and punched her.
The only true death is to never live. Well hunted, Kindred.
I can try to go, like, check my blue and fight him there, but he's level 5, almost 6, and I genuinely doubt I'm gonna win the duel with him, because Vex is 6, and I guarantee you, she'll rotate before solo. So I really shouldn't come try to fight it. I'm going to, though, but I really shouldn't.
Peacefully they go.
Hungry.
We're not gonna win this fight. Darius is not coming to help. Alright, there we go.
Wolf chases what does not willingly go.
Vex is already MIA. Oh, she's in top. Kayn is going top as well. You can go gank top, Kayn. I'm just going to take my blue in front of you at this point. That right there, though, is pretty much evidence as to what I said, too. The fact of there would be no way to fight around there if Kayn invaded me because Vex was going to move and Soul wasn't. That's pretty much just what I was talking about. You can't really force that fight.
Its heart beats fast now.
Me getting the shutdown on the Olaf was like best case scenario there for me.
They run.
He's gonna come down here. He'll be level 6 as well.
They break to eat.
All your life has led to this moment.
Oh, Soul's finally here.
An enemy has been slain.
Jesus, that was hectic. And why didn't I call when I went to stop things you need to? And the reason I didn't go Dragon Alley, sorry, I just read what you said. The reason I didn't go Dragon is because I wouldn't take it fast enough because of the items I had. And I mean this in the most non-flaming way possible. Anytime I try to get my bot lane to come towards Dragon with me, even when we kill bot, they will never come and help me. So I just don't try to do it until I can comfortably know I can solo it in time before the enemy can get there. I have tried to get my teammates to come to Dragon for so long and people ignore me that I'm just over dying for it for no reason.
Leave a fate
So if we get them, cool. If we don't, cool. I'm just going to make sure I play the best I can right now. And I'm not going to force something where I don't know if I can comfortably get it on my own because people don't want to pay attention to their jungler.
dear wolf.
That is the reason.
Dominating.
Is why it's beautiful.
Might as well, all three of us are here.
I hope this one has strong legs.
If it draws death,
It meets us.
Kind of dangerous to come over here, but I'm going to. Oh, hi. Oh, wow, that seemed really delayed. If you ask me, that seemed like that was really delayed. Maybe I'm crazy, but that seemed like that was a very delayed hook. If Jin didn't miss, bro. Okay, she still dies. All right, Vex is coming. Oh, she knew to throw it further in front because I was gonna try to dodge it. Oof, Vex played that well. Oof, and I gave Vex 1,000 gold. That ain't good.
You never.
The weft and weave of fate guides.
The hunt is back on.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Double kill.
Feathers falling on snow. Return to nothing.
I don't know. On-hit build is just better. You really shouldn't do crit very often, if at all, right now. Crit's just not worth it. The damage output isn't worth it, and the utility on it sucks, on top of the fact that it's way too RNG based, and because games end at like 2 to 3 items, it's really not worth it. IE is an overrated trash item that people rush way too much in. I mean, even Collector is a decent build path, but again, it's not really any stronger than any other build for Kindred. It takes too long to actually justify for crit to come online, whereas you can just go like 2 items with the badge. Vex is already top, but you can just go like 2 items with the on hit and be fine anyways. Oh, he went Red Kayn, really? With Dark Harvest? Huh. That works for me, because Blue Kayn's abysmal to play against. I'd much rather play against Red Kayn. Serious, dude, you are so weak. Dude, you are so weak. I can at least kill everybody on their team, and Jin's strong, like decently strong, I guess. And so is he, but yeah. Unfortunate. He's at 106 stacks, so that's not terrible at this point in the game.
Until it's
An
dead.
enemy has been slain.
Ideal first back. I mean, just back when you can. I mean, if you can get 1,300 gold, I mean, Noon Quiver feels great to have early on, but if you can't, just back when you can. At the end of the day, you just back when you can spend gold. Your ideal first back is by pressing B and not dying. There you go. There's your ideal first back right there. I don't know if we can kill him, just the 2 of us, though. Well, I guess Blitz is coming, but Blitz is kind of... Oh, I came. I walked into that. I mean, I think that's kind of worth for Jin to get the kill over Olaf there, so I'm okay with it.
The only true death is to never live.
And before some random person is like, why didn't you ult to save Blitzcrank? Because wasting my ult to save the support versus just killing their fed Olaf would have been the world's most useless ultimate known to man. I know somebody's gonna ask it, and that's why. There would be 0 point in that ultimate. Blue Kayn really that annoying? Yes, Blue Kayn is abysmally unfair, and the champion should not be a thing, which is again why he's getting nerfed next patch. There is no skill to Blue Kayn. As much as Kayn players want to pretend like there is, no, there is no skill to Blue Kayn. All it is haha, me go untargetable and you spam my W and wall. Haha, I so good.
Only to place it elsewhere. All spells
Blue Kayn should not be a thing. Until his E gets nerfed and he can't spam his W and one-shot people while perma healing and being slow immune and so and all that crap. Yeah, Blue Kayn shouldn't be a thing. I'm gonna let Soul kill it for those stacks. I think I'll let him kill it, I don't know. As much as Kayn players all want to say he's not broken or this or that, it's a good thing that he's getting nerfed next patch, because blue Kayn is stupid and shouldn't be a thing. And I'm very, very happy that Riot is acknowledging it and nerfing it, even if it's a minor nerf. Even if at the end of the day it's only going to add like half a second to a second more to his like E time later in the game, at least it's a slightly bit more time to trade with him and slightly more fair. Very minorly, but at least it is a thing. Red Kayn and like base Kayn, yeah, there's counterplay to them and you can actually trade with them and actually have fun in the matchup. Blue Kayn, the interaction is, well, he uses E and spam W in a wall. Oh, that was fun. Oh, he's doing it again. Oh, and he's doing it a third time. Oh, now he's doing it a fourth time. Oh, there he goes a fifth time. That's the interaction of blue Kayn. One of the other things about blue Kayn that makes him much more fair than red Kayn, or not red Kayn, sorry, one of the things about red Kayn that also makes him much more fair than blue Kayn is when red Kayn chooses to use his W, you know, in chunk and use his CC and stuff, he's forced to commit to it. Blue Kayn's not forced to commit to anything like that, so when he casts his W, he gets to keep running because a shadow cast it for him. So again, you lose any chance of really interacting with the champion because of the way his E and W work. It's really stupid and not fun. Very, very unfun to play against. If they made it so like his E cooldown only got the refund if he got a kill or an assist like a Soul, blue Kayn would be a million times more fair. But with the way it works now, you can mess up and just be terrible and it doesn't matter because you're not punished for it anyways, because you get the cooldown refunded anyways. Why am I taking this away from Soul? I mean, to be fair, I would have hit turret. But still.
Dear wolf.
Ow. Blitz, you had one job and it was to not whip that.
Bits of them stick in my claws.
You really enjoy the champ? That means nothing. You liking a champ doesn't mean it's any more fair just because you play it. Oh wow, I shouldn't have ulted there. That was dumb of me. But like that's like the most irrelevant argument. Just because you play it doesn't make it any more fair of a champ or any more of a well-designed champion. I also wish they would have blocked that ult for me and I could have lived. I enjoy Kindred, but I'm also not stupid enough to believe that the champion's not broken and doesn't need nerfs or anything. Kindred 100% needs nerfs. Just because you like something doesn't mean it's immune to being broken and stupid.
The path is destined to cross ours. Those who dread us grant us the most power.
Yeah, Conqueror. Conqueror is pretty much just one of the best runes to use on Kindred right now. It's only slightly worse early game than PTA, but it's more useful in team fights and later in the game. And like things like Lethal Tempo take too long to come on Rhine. On Rhine. Not online, on Rhine. Lethal takes too long to come online. PTA is good early game, but a lot less useful in team fights, essentially. So, I mean, you can take PTA if you want to try to snowball really hard early game, but again, it's a lot worse in team fights than Conqueror is. And Conqueror gives a very similar amount of damage early game. The main difference early game is you get the extra burst proc on PTA, which Conqueror doesn't give, but Conqueror also doesn't require you to auto the same person 3 times to get the use out of it early game. You can auto somebody like early game and get a good amount of extra damage just for existing and using side abilities. What was that pathing? It forced me around. Huh. Okay, nerfing, go read the patch notes.
Though many try.
There's too many things that change in the game for me to remember the exact numbers on everything. I am sorry, but you have to read the patch notes.
All remorse.
I just jumped out of my own heal. Oops. Where's the they're low. Yeah, they can't really trade well. Oh, get the dunks, Darius. Get the dunks. Oh, you're too weak, Bert. Jin, just shoot the Olaf, please. Jin, what are you aiming at? Bro! What? How? Bro! It's okay. He tried his best. It's okay. Everything's okay. Please don't kill yourself. Oh, he's gonna catch an Olaf Q in a second, and it's gonna be funny, but like, yeah. Oh god. Oh, he dodged the Olaf Q. He got the Senate Q instead. Yes, Soul stole it. Let's go. Soul's broken. The thing is, the Soul's not even really broken, though. Like, I don't even think Soul warrants nerfs anymore, but the fact that they're nerfing Soul again next patch, and they keep nerfing him every patch, but they won't nerf the one thing that makes him annoying is kind of... Soul's getting the Yuumi treatment right now. Yuumi's untargetability makes her stupidly unfun to play against, and she keeps getting nerfed because of it. And what's the only thing Riot's unwilling to change? Her untargetability.
Beauty fades. That is
It's
why
not Soul. I mean, Soul himself, again, I don't think Soul's broken by any means and deserves nerfs, and I don't think he deserved the last, like, 5 sets of nerfs. I think they should just give him his damage back and nerf his W so it's not as safe in lane. Just make it so when you slow him in his W, he actually gets affected and gets slowed so he doesn't have 900 movement speed and gets away for free. But give him his damage back so he's actually a real champion again.
all things
And then congratulations, you can shut him down early game. If you could shut him down early game, he wouldn't feel so annoying to play against, but you can't shut him down early game, because if he casts his W, even if he gets silenced, it doesn't stop him from flying. If you use the slow on him, he doesn't get affected by the slow. Nothing affects him. It would be like giving Vygar a free dash that lets him get out of everything, and you can't contest him early game and let him scale for free. If I could shut you down early game, it's fine. Like, I would not compare Soul to Castiel or Anivia. I can shut Castiel and Anivia down early game by kiting or by ganking them. I can't really gank Soul unless my laner has point and click CC like TF, or else it's just rip. If my mid laner is not like TF or Annie or something, I can't gank Soul at all because he just uses his W and gets out for free and then scales for free. And I know somebody's going to be like, well, LeBlanc and things can do that. Yeah, well, LeBlanc's not an infinite scaling champion that can kind of take over the game as hard as Soul and things late game can.
strip away their
An
armor.
enemy is unstoppable.
People are dying too much.
Down.
If I could shut down Soul early game, I would find him less annoying. Like, I don't even think he's broken, he's just annoying, but he keeps getting nerfed and they keep taking his damage and his base stats away. And it's like, dude, if you've had to nerf a champion 5 times in a row and he's still not fixed, stop ignoring the one thing that makes the champion annoying then, and just straight up be like, yeah, you know what? We messed up. This makes him a little too unfair. Here you go, now you can shut down the scaling champion early game and actually make him have to scale and play safe.
Shall we, dear Wolf?
Race you there. I want you to see.
Tomorrow is a hope, never a promise.
Alright, so there is a Kayn and an Olaf here. Oh, Jin, please don't die.
Not here, not
And I ulted for him, only for him to run away from my ult. Damn. Didn't get the kill there. Might as well go grab the 9th mark.
now, Wolf.
My turn.
What do our stories have in common, dear Wolf?
And nerf Rylai's? Dude, Rylai's has been in the game forever though, and my only issue with Rylai's personally is I just think it's too cheap. I think 2600 gold is too cheap. It's what lets things like Heimer support and stuff be so annoying because they can rush it first item and just perma-slow you, and then things like Mord can also rush it first item and be annoying. I just think they need to increase the price on it and maybe give it a little bit more AP.
Can't wait.
Like buff it to like 90 AP, but make it cost like 2900 gold or something. It's just too cheap right now. I got 3. My teams can surely clear this up. I got 3 people. I got the Vex, which is one of the biggest threats on the enemy team, and I got Kate. Yep, there we go. Can I explain what is Kindred marks in brief? Give me 1 second and I will. I have to go and open my door. My cat's scratching in it. Okay, sorry, I'm back. There's a Google and read. I hate some people like to be explained to it by somebody who plays the champion, because sometimes just Google doesn't explain everything in a way that makes sense to people. But pretty much what Kindred marks do is they make each of your basic abilities stronger slightly, and they also give you auto range. A lot of people over prioritize them and lose games because they're just a bonus at the end of the day. You don't need marks to win. They feel really good to have, so you should try to get them, but you don't need any marks realistically. You can win the game with no marks perfectly fine. But again, you don't need them, but they feel really, really strong to have, obviously, if you can get them. But if you're getting shut out of marks, it does not mean the game's over by any means. But they make each of your basic abilities stronger, and at certain thresholds of marks, you gain extra auto range. So for example, at 4 marks, you go from 500 range to 575. And then every 3 marks after the 4th one, you gain an extra 25 range. So essentially the thresholds for gaining range are like 4, and then 7, and then 10, and then 13, and then 16, and so on. And other than that, it makes it so your Q gains a little bit more attack speed for 4 seconds. After you Q, you gain that attack speed. Your W gets a little bit more current health damage, and your E gets a little bit more missing health damage for each mark. Realistically, the main things that are really good for Kindred marks is the Q attack speed and the range are the 2 things that are actually good. The W and E buffs are very minor and don't really affect it that much. But the Q attack speed and the range feel really nice to have for obvious reasons, because, you know, free attack speed plus free range is, can't really complain about that, you know? You can't really complain about that. How much MR do I have? 150.
This next
W does decent damage. The issue with saying W does decent damage is that W is irrelevant because your W only hits like once or twice because of its travel time and its slow movement speed, that it realistically doesn't do much in a fight. W overall would do a lot of damage because of the way it scales if it didn't take forever to hit and because of the travel time. Like, see, look, she hit me there and I used my W and my W didn't even hit her once. There you go, there it hits once, it hits twice. Okay, it hit a grand total of 3 times in the entire W because of the travel time and its attack speed. It would be really nice if it had a faster travel time or something, but again, it's Kindred W, and Kindred W does not do much in actual fights. It's mainly a glorified Q reset, if we're being completely honest. It did a whole 89 damage solo off with that hit. To be fair, he's got Death Dance and Jack shows, but the point is it takes forever to hit. You're definitely not right that it can do good damage. It's just oh, I walked into that. It's just the fact that it takes so long to hit and the travel time makes it just a glorified Q reset in the long run. Not much else to it. It's just that simple.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Alrighty,
None can hide. They race from us.
Only to
To get away.
Let's see. Like, oh yeah, you know, there you go, there you go. To put it in perspective of how much damage W can do, even though it doesn't really do much damage because of the travel time. Put it in perspective, main thing is, it does a grand total of less than 1 melee champion's auto bork per hit. It can hit like 5 times if they face tank it, but realistically, it's like not super strong. A melee champion does more damage with current health damage with 1 bork auto than my W does with 10 marks right now. There you go. Then Bloodthirsts are good. If you want to go crit builds, but Bork would be more useful for the amount of HP they have on their champs right now and how tanky he is. Well, not really tanky, but again, HP, 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 not a lot of armor. Bork is really good against a lot of HP and not a lot of armor, other than like him with a lot of armor. So Bork's really good against HP stackers. And hey, we won. We went 27-16. Not terrible. Not terrible. Could be worse. We finally got a nice game without somebody rage quitting. Although apparently their all off was toxic. But hey, nobody rage quit, so it's something. We're making it, boys. We're making it. W, yeah, it's essentially just a portable ward in a glorified Q reset. If we're being completely honest with what the ability does. Damage wise, it did 45k damage. Did the most in the game by far. Yes, woohoo! Yay!